right, good Tuesday morning, everybody. My name is Crystal Holloman, a digital anchor here at News 10. I'm joined by First Alert Chief Meteorologist Darren Rockhold, who has not one, but two First Alert weather days on hand from the First Alert weather team, but for very different reasons, right?
Yes, and today is a First Alert weather day due to the smoke, which you can look outside and see. And we haven't quite pulled the plug on it yet, but we will here soon.
Okay.
That we're going to have one for tomorrow too, and that is for severe weather. So
All right.
it's kind of a double whammy that we have going on out there. It's a double threat. Today we are talking smoke across the area, and that smoke causing problems for folks who are sensitive to smoke. So we're talking people with allergies, some elderly people. If you have cardiac problems, not a good situation out there today. And then tomorrow we are going to be dealing with strong to severe thunderstorms.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. But we'll start off with the smoke. We do have an air quality alert for our entire area. As a matter of fact, it's for pretty much the entire state of Michigan, an air quality alert today. It is due to the smoke. Air quality index is a forecast of what the air quality is going to be like throughout the day. I mean, it varies from hour to hour, but overall we are in this category unhealthy for sensitive groups. Not the first time we've been there.
Not the first time this month that we've been there.
True. Now, I think, though, the plus is it may not be as bad today as it was earlier in the month.
Okay.
But still, if you got problems, you go outside and the smoke bothers you, well, hey, it's not as bad, but it's still bad. So, be alert to that. This continues throughout the day today. We don't have much in the way of a wind out there. It's hot, somewhat humid, and the air is just stagnant, and that smoke that was kind of above us yesterday has now made its way down to the surface. A look at our Meridian Company Capital City Skycam is kind of showing that smoke lingering in the air right now in downtown Lansing. You can really see it kind of holding in the air in Jackson as well, and this is pretty much what today is going to look like. We run through the hour-by-hour forecast. We're going to take this out through tomorrow. Today, it is just some smoky sunshine. You're going to notice it's a little bit warmer today with highs in the upper 80s to near 90. Humidity, well, the dew points are going to be in the low to mid 60s today. So you're going to kind of feel that, the humidity is a little bit higher than it was yesterday. Small chance there could be an isolated shower this afternoon. I don't think they'll be as widespread as yesterday.
We do have a question about any good storms, wind, hail, or tornadoes.
We're going to talk about that here in just a minute.
Hold on, Nora.
But we got the answer to that, but we're going to get through today when we're talking about the smoke, and then we go through tonight. Should be partly cloudy tonight, so no problems for us tonight.
Okay. I see that over there.
But Nora, look off to the west. There are some showers and storms by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, the timing on this could change. It's changed about 4 times already this morning with the different computer models coming in. But I think tomorrow morning we're okay. But as we head towards the late morning, early afternoon, here comes round 1 of the showers and storms. And any of these could have damaging winds, potentially some hail. That is a concern.
What some of Mid-Michigan wants right now.
No, we don't. No, it's when we show you the severe weather outlook, it looks surprisingly similar to what we saw last week. And I think you know which day that was.
I do.
So
I was here.
We deal with that. That goes through. Then in the evening, there could be another round of showers and storms. So if this indeed turns out to be the case, and we're still, more than 24 hours away. The computer models will change many times, but it looks like we do have a pretty good shot of 1, maybe 2 rounds of showers and storms that produce gusty winds, hail, heavy rainfall, because, the humidity's high out there. And I wouldn't rule out maybe a little brief spin-up tornado in this, too. And here's what the Storm Prediction Center is saying. Basically, the Lansing area northward, it is a slight risk of severe weather. From about Mason south to the state line is an enhanced risk of severe weather. So we're talking level 3 out of 5 as opposed to 2 out of 5. So, this could shift up north, down south, but, this is a pretty good indication right now. So high winds, damaging winds, our biggest threat tomorrow, either the morning or the late morning, early afternoon round or the evening round. Large hail's a possibility, heavy downpours of rain, and again, I wouldn't rule out a tornado.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I wouldn't rule it out.
The ingredients may be there for
We got the ingredients to blow up a big storm tomorrow with the heat and the humidity. So today it's just the smoky air that we're dealing with. Should top out today in the upper 80s. Again, the humidity just a touch higher today. Tomorrow, we push the dew points up around 70. They're in the low 60s now, so there's even more humidity in the air. We warm it up to around 90. Again, pretty good shot of a few rounds of showers and storms. That clears out of here. Thursday just looks hot and humid, a high near 90. And then late Friday into early Saturday, there might be some more strong to severe storms as we bring a cold front through here. Notice Saturday, a high near 80.
No.
I think Saturday, again, it's Tuesday, so a lot can change before then, but I think that activity should wind down earlier in the day. Sunday right now looks comfortable. Monday, partly cloudy, a high near 80 degrees. So
We just got to get through this week, just like we say every week.
yeah, I know. So more than likely, this first alert weather day is going to be moved over to Wednesday.
Do you just like drawing those arrows sometimes?
Well, sometimes I just like drawing with it. And that is, but for a totally different reason. Today it's the smoke. Tomorrow we are talking the risk of severe weather.
Okay, so Nora had another question, and if you have a question about the weather, jump on Facebook or YouTube and this live stream, and you can ask in the chat, and we can see it right here and answer. Nora has a question about why do a lot of storms dissipate by the time they get to this area, and she's talking about DeWitt, St. John's.
Yeah.
I've seen a good buildup around the lake, and then they disappear.
Well, you get the lake breeze. I mean, yesterday we were kind of dealing with the lake breeze, and the lake a little more stable. It's a little bit cooler over the lake, and that air comes rushing in the afternoon. You can get those showers and storms to flare up, but as they move a little bit farther away from where that contrasting air mass is, sometimes they kind of lose a little bit of their punch. That happens sometimes.
Okay.
It's not always, but especially this time of the year when you're talking hot and humid here and a little more stable near the lake.
Okay. And then I remember, so where I'm from, out towards Lapeer, we would always see.
You would always see frogs in your throat. Is that what it was?
Anyway.
And okay, well, I know something you can cough and do whatever. Where you were from, the Flint area, Saginaw, is oftentimes you could get these storms that, they flare up, basically along US 131, the Grand Rapids area, Kalamazoo.
Yes.
And you got these bigger storms, they get to Lansing, it's a little more stable, and then they get, a little farther to the east where it's oftentimes warmer, and, you got lakes over there too. And it just these storms kind of redevelop. Is that what you were going to say?
Well, maybe it's an old wives' tale, but my grandmother and everybody said that it was part of the Hadley Hills effect because it's so hilly over there. It kind of changes with the topography.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Maybe it was.
I'm not. If your grandma, I'm never going to doubt a grandma on these things. Never.
I thought that was the reason, because we could see it on the radar, like it would be storming in Lansing, and we're like, all right, a storm's coming this way, and then you would literally see it just disappear, like Nora's talking about.
Yeah, well, the atmosphere changes,
right.
Especially this time of the year when it's hot and it's humid.
And by then it's been over a lot of land.
And there's just a lot that's going on aloft that we're not aware of as far as winds and such. You got another question?
I don't. If you do, make sure you hop on. I believe we answered your question, Nora, so hopefully. That explains everything.
Why is it so hard for any weather app or you to get the weather correct? That's no. I'll answer that question. Forecasting the weather. I mean, there's a lot of bits and pieces in this, especially when you're talking 10 days out.
Oh yeah.
You can weather forecasting is sort of like going down to the river and taking a leaf and throwing it in the river. And, initially you can say, well, it's just going to be, 10 feet down the river, and you can usually be right. But when you're talking 10 days, where's it going to be? And that's, there's just a lot of different atmospheric rivers down here at the surface and aloft, and they're all kind of flowing and doing their own thing. And, we try to predict what it's going to be for 10 days, and it changes. And we're talking to a large area too.
It's true.
If we were just talking, Crystal's digital place on the south side of Lansing, we could be a little more specific than I'm talking to people from St. John's to Hillsdale, Hastings to Howell.
And Michigan's so very different. You can be
Yeah.
really close
Well,
to the
right.
water. You
So
can be
it's,
very
it's hard. I think on the weather app, especially ours, because we do go in and do some customization on it, it has kind of changed that a little bit, where as opposed to we stand here and we do the forecast for a big area, and it can focus it down to more of your community. So it's getting better, but
Science is always getting better.
Kind of comes with the territory on this. Yeah.
Do you want to answer this one?
How do tornadoes form? First of all, the big question is, I ask this all the time in like third grade classes when I go. What color's a tornado?
Gray.
Wrong! What's a tornado made out of?
Air.
What color's the air? Oh, so, clouds wrap into it, picks up dirt,
Yeah.
There are a lot of things, and it gives them color. But, it is basically spiraling air, and it has to do with strong winds aloft that, can get going. And these strong winds, kind of rotating like a big spring up there. And if a bit of it breaks down and drops down towards the ground, it's a tornado. But it's, spinning column of air, which, technically is clear.
Is that the slim thing that Justin taught us about?
The slim
last year?
thing that Justin...
Yeah, you need, I know it's lift, moisture,
Yeah.
I forgot what I is.
Oh,
Instability.
so instability.
And S is, I forgot.
I don't know.
All right, well,
We'll have to ask Justin about
There
that one. It
is-
sounds good, though.
there is a First Alert Weather special from both last year and this year on our specials channel, online, on Roku, on Amazon Fire Stick, wherever you're watching us on your digital platform. You can actually go back and watch the entire First Alert Weather team break down all sorts of weather phenomena.
There's so much that was in there. I don't remember
No.
half of it. But, the takeaway is today we're dealing with smoke. If you're sensitive to the smoky air, you're going to want to stay indoors today. Maybe check on friends and neighbors who are sensitive to it. Even if you're in good health. You want to go take the dog for a walk.
It can still make you cough just like I was.
Yeah, keep it short today. Don't, go out there and run a 10-mile race or anything. Tomorrow, the attention then turns to severe weather.
Okay.
And, that forecast will continue to change. But right now, it looks like we got a chance early in the afternoon, and then again later on in the afternoon or early evening. Of course, Andy will be in with the updated forecast on News 10 starting at 4 o'clock.
All right. So, I'm sorry, did you have more on this? Yes.
No.
Okay.
I was just backing up, but, I think I've covered everything, and we talked about your cough and your grandma's
It's
wives'
because-
tales.
Listen, it's the cough is
Okay.
because of the smoke, and my grandma was never wrong, by the way.
Well, right. So it's got to be right. I would never doubt anybody's grandmother here. Okay. Well, while we're here on the graphic, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Again, not a lot going on is the way it looks right now, but those storms do kind of move in here as we approach lunchtime. Could be some damaging winds with them. Those will race through, and then our attention kind of turns to the late afternoon or early evening when, once again, there could be some storms.
All right.
We will see you at 11 a.m. on News 10 today.
I was
at
trying
11.
to really quickly find the link to our First Alert Weather special where it kind of explains more about tornadoes. I'm going to go back to my desk. We're going to go ahead and end this live.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to my desk, and I'm going to add it in the comment section of this video. So if you're watching and you also want an answer.
So it was something Justin did.
So it was the Severe Weather Awareness Week last year.
Oh,
when I
okay.
had everybody
Okay. So that was actually here.
Yeah.
Because I was I was intimately involved with all of these severe weather specials, and I
Yeah.
don't remember that. But that's, I don't remember what I had for lunch
I
yesterday.
brought
So,
you guys cupcakes because it was World Meteorology Day.
well, I remember the
guys-
cupcakes.
yeah, you guys all
Okay,
here.
so it was something up here. Okay.
So I'll find that link. I'll put it in the comments of this. Other than that, we do, like Darren said, have News 10 today at 11 coming up. Here is what they are working on. Taylor is over there working hard, and here's what's coming up right there.
Hey.
We're going to show you how to prepare for heat waves when we
Yeah.
see it coming, what you need to have on hand to make sure that you get through it safely. And then, even though we're talking about heat waves, summer is coming to an end.
Have you been to a store lately? They've got the notebooks and the backpacks and everything out.
It started
I was
July
kind,
5th.
I was kind of depressed for the kids when I
I'm
saw all the
always
stuff
depressed
there.
for the
Yeah.
kids. Yeah, and happy for the parents. We're going to talk about handling the summer to school transition. And then you can get your North Pole Express tickets on
Oh,
sale.
you're pushing it.
I am.
You're really just
We're
going
gonna go
right to
from
winter.
summer to school to winter. I'm
you
covering
go.
all the bases here.
Okay, and we'll have a weather update at 2 o'clock as well.
We will, and that's when Taylor Gattoni will be here with somebody from Studio 10. I'm not sure exactly.
Well,
who's gonna be
and
there.
it'll be me doing the weather then too.
All Darren all the time.
Some people say that's not good. Anyway, have a good day, everybody.
All right, make sure you download the First Alert Weather app to stay informed. It's free, easy to use, free in Google Play and Apple App Store.
That's right.
All right, see, I got Darren signing and everything.
Got nothing to say.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody.